Hi, I'm Cesar Hernandez.
I'm Christopher Perez.
I'm Kakit, Cheng, and we are the group CCC.
Today we're going to be talking about Shanghai Tang, the first global Chinese luxury brand. To begin, we're going to start with a brief overview behind the company Shanghai Tang. The company Shanghai Tang was created by Hong Kong businessman David Tang in the year 1994. The idea was to create the first global Chinese luxury brand, as those seen below. He wanted to interweave traditional Chinese culture with the dynamism of the 21st century. At the beginning, the brand struggled to find a spot among other successful and established brands outside of Hong Kong. In the year 2005, the company undertook new leadership, but would that be enough to garner a spot with the world's top luxury brands? Now we're going to give a brief history about the man behind the division, David Tang. David Tang was born into the privileged Hong Kong society on August 2nd, 1954. At the age of 14, he was sent to a boarding school by his dad in England, where he adopted the habits of well-bred British society. There, he also learned how to speak English. He studied law and philosophy at King's College in London and returned to China to teach philosophy at Peking University. After he was tired of academia, Tang ventured into business, where he set his goal to introduce the mystery of old Chinese culture into the modern era. Tang's fashion was inspired by the Art Deco Shanghai of 1930s, when China was considered the Pearl of the Orient. In the August of 1994, the first Shanghai Tang flagship was opened in Hong Kong, realizing the vision of Shanghai Tang. The store was considered a lifestyle emporium where shoppers could buy anything from photo albums, sweaters, and bedding. In 1995, campaign financier Richemont, the parent company of luxury brands such as Cartier, became a major shareholder in Tang's company. The company paid US $13 million for 40% stake of Shanghai Tang's company. They were the first Chinese company to gain the financial and symbolic approach from a big European luxury company, giving them financial and symbolic support. But Shanghai Tang had bigger dreams, and he envisioned his company expanding all the way to the US. In 1997, his dream was accomplished, and the first Shanghai Tang opened on New York Madison's Avenue in December 1997. His dream didn't go as planned, as the store closed in July 1999, 19 months after it had happened. Although the store was poised to be the Western bacon store that Tang always dreamed of, it had to relocate to a smaller space down from the original, just 19 months after it had opened. There were many reasons why Shanghai Tang's company failed in New York Avenue. One of them was the company overestimated American consumer interest in upscale Chinesery. Second, the Shanghai Tang style was confusing for customers, since they incorporated both pre-revolutionary and Cultural Revolution styles in the same store. Third, it was difficult to justify the high prices when cheaper alternatives were available in locations like downtown Chinatown. And lastly, the choice of Madison Avenue meant high exposure, but it was also a high liability due to rent, totaling US $2.7 million annually, which sales could just not recover.
Shanghai Tang's new direction. After entering and failing in the international U.S. market in New York, Tang decided to focus more time and money into other business ventures and allowing business partner Richemont to take control. In 2001, CEO Raphael Le Mans Deschamont was recruited from another Richemont brand and focused on redirecting the Shanghai Tang brand. Le Mans focused on transforming the company into a lifestyle brand and focused on the transformation to a more modern Chinese lifestyle brand that is relevant. Shanghai Tang's planned growth. In 2005, the reported growth was more than 43% from the previous year, and American sales grew by 50%, mostly in stores in Hawaii and New York. Their yearly sales were between $20 and $30 US million. Majority of the sales were from the Hong Kong flagship store. New stores opened up in Zurich, Shanghai, Tokyo, Bangkok, with future plans for Beijing and Milan. Overall, Shanghai Tang had plans for 11 new stores within the years of 2006 and 2008. Shanghai Tang's regional dominance. Unlike Tang, Le Mans was less concerned with the U.S. and more focused on the rapid growth of China's wealthy class. This proved to be a better area of focus due to a 2005 report by Ernst & Young's analysis of luxury goods, which stated that China would see an annual 20% growth in sales from 2005 to 2008. According to the same article, by 2015, China would overtake the U.S. as the world's second largest consumer market of luxury goods after Japan. Shanghai Tang's consumers. Shanghai Tang's target market was the wealthy Chinese and wealthy non-Chinese, but its actual customers were the local young urban professionals and Westerners looking for an Asian-inspired garment. Shanghai Tang's plan to stay relevant. The expansion of Shanghai Tang's fashion horizon and collaborations with top designers such as jewelry by Sandra de Oriol, a French designer based in Hong Kong, hats by Philip Tracy, a famed Cesar designer, trendy t-shirts from Stud by Gabby Harris, and special edition shoes by Puma, which would help raise awareness of the brand. They also planned on opening prime real estate locations such as freestanding luxury stores and new stores in world-renowned hotels and airports.
Design of the Shanghai Tang. The creative director Joanna Wu introduced a design statement. Combined Chinese culture reference and sleek, contemporary clothes. She wanted to change the image of the brand when the brand outgrew its kitschy image. Wu thought the company overpriced their product and the product no credibility with the local Chinese people. The product is also unwearable. It is a one-in-a-lifetime destination shopping experience for the consumers. She wanted Shanghai Tang become the ambassador of modern Chinese style, so she did the research for collections in art museums to get inspiration. She used the inspiration to help her change the product. Design of the Shanghai Tang. Branding a Chinese culture is different from European and American luxury because the consumer behaviors is different. In Asia, the exoticism image of Asia are less appealing to Asian consumers. For example, the Panda Express will not be so attractive for Chinese because they eat Chinese food every day. Chinese consumers unconvinced as to why they should pay top dollar for Shanghai Tang's revamped Chinese style. Because Shanghai Tang is a new company, it should spend time to build their credibility, and then the consumer will trust them to pay the top dollar for Shanghai Tang product. China's first global luxury brand. China had both economy and culture catch it, so Shanghai Tang may enter a new era of heightened global interest in all things Chinese. Was the company on track to become the first global Chinese luxury brand? In my opinion, the company was on the right track to become the first global Chinese luxury brand. First of all, it has a good cultural background. For example, it like the hammers. Everybody know it come from Paris, and it is French product. So Shanghai Tang, as the name here, everybody will know it is come from Shanghai, come from China. And the second is they have to have the time and inherit. For example, it like the Armani. It is the youngest luxury brand and is used 40 years to build their credibility for their product. So Shanghai Tang just need more time to build their credibility for their product, and they will become China's first global luxury brand. And their target market should be the elite class people, because luxury brand is luxury. So usually normal people cannot afford